Good morning. There was another shooting in the Stockholm suburb the other day, and this public service news reporter, she went to this area and she was asking questions to these local politicians. Questions like, aren't you now sorry that you didn't spend more money in this area? Yeah. And the local politician, she sort of went along with it. And of course, if we had a nice bridge or a better pavements, this guy wouldn't have been shot in the head. Something is going on in Swedish society. You see, this is what I see. It's like this mental wall is building. It's getting wider and higher. And these guys on the other side of the wall, the lefties, they are becoming increasingly silly. Yeah, they are reaching new levels of silliness. And the other guys on the other side of the wall, they are sort of looking at them and get on with their business. You see what I mean? The guys who can actually think. So I just say, let them do the silly stuff. Yeah. It's dividing the nation mentally, sort of, you see? Yeah. And here's another example of this. This is from Scotland. I mean, what happened to these good morals? I used to know good morals in Sweden, back in the 70s, for instance. Yeah. What happened to them? So this is from Scotland. I think some of you remember this. There was this brilliant 17-year-old guy who did a video, as he was talking to his teacher. This 17-year-old guy said in class that there were only two genders, and the teacher took him out of class and he talked to him. One of the things he said was, what you're saying is not very inclusive. This is an inclusive school. That's what he said. Now this video that this brilliant 17-year-old did went viral. Yeah, you should watch it if you haven't. Well, if you want to. Yeah. And then he was taken out of school. He was suspended for a period of time, this guy, the 17-year-old. And now the school confirmed that this guy will not be allowed to return. So he's expelled. Wow. It's absolutely insane, isn't it? So what happens? Well, the school, I suppose, they believe that they did the right thing, expelling this guy for speaking the truth. Now, the sane parents living close to this school, I suppose, they will think, no, we can't send our kids to this school. Whatever we do, we can never do that. Of course. So the school will be increasingly insane, and the parents, the sane parents, will have their kids somewhere else. That's what's going to happen. So, see, this wall is building up. All right. Another thing very interesting happened in Sweden. We have a nationalist party called Alternative for Sweden. It's a great party. It's the only party, actually, who can make a real difference in Sweden. It's still very small, but it's loud. It is. And they have a very good chairman. His name is Kasselstrand. So he was talking the other day, on Tuesday, I think. This week is political week in Sweden. All the politicians, or most of them, gather in this place in Gotland. It's an island here in Sweden. And they talk, they do speeches and seminars and stuff. So this guy was there and he did his speech. And he talked about a lot of things, but one of the things he talked about was that we should send people home. People who are not adapted and who are criminals, they should be sent back home, right? So, and now the police made a complaint on him, yeah, for hate crime against ethnic groups. So this is a new thing, I think, a bit new it is. The police is starting to take action to make this to keep this country politically correct. They have a duty to do this, apparently. Yeah, so they made a complaint on him. So this guy, Kasselstrand, he says he's not going to be silenced. He says, I see it as an obvious political harassment. I will push this sending people back issue anyway. I do not let myself be silenced by such old East German methods, he says. So this guy is very good. Yeah, I hope they get much more publicity. Media, they are just keeping this silent. Yeah, they don't want to talk about this party at all. And they think this is a good strategy. But eventually they will have to, and people will start to become aware of this party. So I hope it goes very well. It has to, you know. Sending people home is really the only solution we have. It's the only chance we have. We have to send people home. Yeah. Those who take advantage of the Swedish system and those criminals, we have to. Yeah. Or we are doomed. It's true. Okay. That's all. Be good.